Welcome back to the WCG for this second limited overs international of the 2019 TRANS-TASMAN Backyard Cricket Series between WCG Australia and the New Zealand Blackyards. It's the Kiwis who head into this final session on track for victory, requiring a further 69 runs off 60 deliveries with 8 wickets in hand to take the lead in the series. So it will be the rattler James Corder who will resume at the crease, 11 not out for the Kiwis. He saw his side into the final drinks break in a commanding position. Can he carry on with the job and push them towards the target? So the first ball of a possibly series-defining final session. It'll be Hamid al-Basha into James Corder. In now, and he begins with a floated delivery which drifts down the leg side, and the Aussies begin the session with a wide. So not the ideal start for the Aussies who are up against it. You think they're going to have to pick up 8 Kiwi wickets in order to win this match. Here is al-Basha will bowl again to Corder, and it's played down the ground. And he fields brilliantly off his own bowling there, does al-Basha, who saves a certain boundary. Every run stopped will be crucial here for the green and gold, as al-Basha will continue to Corder again. This one's a full delivery, and Corder just turns it on the leg side onto the fence, and it's another priceless dot. So al-Basha starting to get his radar right in this second session. He'll continue to Corder over the wicket. This one's another good delivery, and it strikes Corder on the pad, and it's been fielded there by Schaefer. And Corder is pointing towards the boundary. Has he put a foot on the boundary here? Well, the umpire has signalled for it. Will be 4-leg byes. Yeah, and there it is. al-Basha in again for the final ball of the 11th over. He's in now to Corder. This one's a half ball in. Corder hammers this down the ground for a 6. So he's begun the session in aggressive fashion. And the Kiwis on track. 2 for 80. It'll be Daniel Hancock to bowl the 12th over of the innings. As he's in now to Corder and starts with a good length delivery, but it's no match for Corder, who drives this brilliantly off the back foot for 4. He pierces the gap at cover to move to 21. New Zealand 2 for 84, as Hancock will continue to Corder. This one's a back of a length delivery, and this one this time goes right through the rattler, and that's a massive wicket there for the Aussies. It's the youngster who gets the big breakthrough of Corder as he goes for 21. Well, that was a much needed wicket there for the Aussies, as that wicket now brings Satch Pryor to the crease at number 4 for the men in black. Made a quick fire 26 in the opening limited overs international. Can he repeat the dose? So it'll be Daniel Hancock who has his tail up into Satch Pryor for his first delivery, and it's a 4-wide delivery outside the off stump, and he's left it alone. So a big wicket that for the Aussies, removing Corder for 21, but the Kiwis are still well and truly in the box seat. They would love to see the back of Pryor sooner rather than later, as Hancock will continue to him now, and Pryor hits this into the ground, and for a moment didn't know where it was, but thankfully for him it bounces away from the stumps and is fielded by Hamid al-Basha for no run. The Kiwis require 54 of 49 deliveries, as Hancock's in for the final ball of his over, and he serves up a full toss, and Pryor hammers this through cover to get off the mark for a boundary. 50 to get now for the Kiwis, 3 for 88. It'll be Matt White to bowl the 13th over of the innings. And he's in now to Corder, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and Corder defends that rather uppishly on the offside. It bounces before Scott for no run. And Scott has turned to his cheek spearhead in order to get the breakthrough. Whereas White will continue again to Pryor, and this one's a full delivery, but it's on his toes, and it's been clipped away through mid-wicket for another boundary. Pryor moves along to 8. Kiwis 3 for 92. Things are getting a little desperate here for the Aussies. White will continue again to Pryor, and this one's a back of a length delivery outside the off stump. Pryor lets it go. Here the Aussies need wickets, and they need them fast, as the Kiwis are motoring along to a series leading victory. Here is White will continue to Pryor over the wicket, and this one's a fuller delivery, and he gets a thick edge, and it's just out of the reach of Alex Stepien there at mid-wicket, and to add insult to injury, it goes all the way for 6. It's all going the Kiwis' way. Alex Stepien to bowl the 14th over of the innings. He's in now around the wicket to Pryor, who has a massive swing across the line, but thankfully for him he hasn't got a bottom edge, and thankfully for the Aussies he hasn't middled it. Stepien to continue around the wicket here to Pryor. In now to back of a length delivery, and Pryor hits this on the offside, and this time it beats Ryan Schaefer there at point for a boundary. 100 is up for the Kiwis, 3 for 102. Stepien to continue to Pryor around the wicket. In now, and it's a good length delivery, and Pryor is forward and defends. So 36 to get here for the Kiwis to take the lead in the series. Things looking increasingly desperate here for the Aussies. A step in will bowl again to Pryor, and this one's a wide delivery over Pryor's head, and it will be called as such. So it's been a remarkable turnaround for the Kiwis from yesterday's Test match thumping, as they are on the cusp of a series lead. A step in will bowl again here to Pryor, and it's a full toss and he can't put it away, and it's fielded by Scott to end the over. So 33 to get off 36 delivery for the Kiwis, as it will be Scott to bowl his second over of the innings, and it pops up to Ryan Schaefer on the offside, and he's got the massive wicket of Pryor, and how badly did they need that? Well, this seemed to just come out of nowhere. It's a lazy stroke from Pryor, who has to go. Well, is there still hope left for the Aussies? The Kiwis 4 for 105 in the 15th over, as Tamati Kemp comes out, the 5th batsman in for the Kiwis, who will face the Aussie skipper, who has his tail up. So it'll be Scott, who will bowl to Kemp over the wicket for his first delivery. In now, it's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and that beats Kemp first up. And that looked like a bit of a nervous stroke there from the vice skipper, who was well beaten. Scott to continue to Kemp in the 15th over, as he's in now, and he digs this one into the pitch, and this one strikes Kemp on the body, but he stands there unfazed and unconquered. So some big dot balls here for the Aussies. They've given themselves a sniff once again in this match. And Scott will come into Kemp once again, and this one's a good length delivery, and Kemp just holds out the bat, and this one catches the edge. So it's 2 wickets in the over for the Aussie skipper, and the Aussies feel they are right back in this, 5 for 105. So it'll be Shane Louis from OG's Hawke's Bay who will make his way to the crease at number 6. The Kiwis were cruising along 5 minutes ago, but have now got themselves into a wee bit of a hole. So it'll be Scott into Louis over the wicket for his first delivery. In now, it's a back of a length delivery, and Louis is forward and defends to end a very successful over for the Aussies. 33 to get off 30, as Ryan Schaefer will bowl the 16th over of the innings, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and Louis gets a bottom edge. It goes straight through to the auto wiki, and it's another wicket down for the Kiwis. They have lost 3 for none in the last 7 deliveries, and now under pressure. Well, this has been a brilliant fight back here from the Aussies, as Logan Strange will make his way to the crease at number 7 for the Kiwis. Made a defiant 33 in the first innings of the Test match. Can he stand up for his side once again? That'll be Schaefer, who has his tail up to bowl around the wicket to Strange for his first delivery. In now, and this one's a full wide delivery, and it's let go outside the off stump. And importantly there for the Aussies, not given a wide. So it's 33 to get off 28 deliveries. No run scored in the last 9 deliveries here for the Kiwis. As Schaefer will bowl again to Strange, who defends on the offside to Scott for no run. It's been a remarkable turnaround for the Aussies, who you'd have to say are probably favourites from this position. Here is Schaefer will come in for the final ball of his over, and it's a wild swing outside the off stump there from Strange, who doesn't make contact, and the pressure builds for the Kiwis. 32 off 24 required. It'll be Ravi Obash to bowl over the wicket here to Strange, and this one's a back of a length delivery. Strange just lets this hit him on the body for yet another priceless dot. There's certainly no panic here from the man from Auckland. They probably want to get a wriggle on pretty soon, with the asking rate above 8 now. As Obasha is in again to Strange, and this one's a beautiful Yorker length delivery, and it's another priceless dot for the Aussies. Well, how things have changed in the last 10 minutes or so. The Kiwis, who were seemingly cruising, are now up against it, requiring 32 off 22. As Obasha is in once again to Strange, and there's a massive appeal from the Aussies, and there's another wicket gone for the Kiwis. Strange goes for a duck, and the Kiwis now in real trouble. It was a full toss, he gets an inside edge. Oh, you know, that might have bounced. Yeah, Strange might count himself unlucky with that dismissal, but he's got to go regardless, and that wicket now brings Simon McFarlane to the crease at number 8, who now has a mountain to climb with his side 7 for 106. That'll be Obasha into McFarlane for his first delivery. In now, and it's a good length delivery, and McFarlane is in behind it and defends. It's 30 to get off 18 deliveries for the New Zealand Blackyards. And it's Justin Brooke to bowl around the wicket now to McFarlane, and this must have missed the stumps by an absolute whisker. Justin Brooke cannot believe it. It's a beautiful delivery. Pressure mounts on McFarlane, as he'll face Justin Brooke once again. It's a full delivery, and he's got this past Brooke for a much needed boundary. He hits this one into the ground, and it just evades the reach of Brooke as McFarlane gets off the mark. So a few more of them required from the Kiwis' point of view, as Brook will continue to McFarlane around the wicket, and it won't come from McFarlane because he's just been clean bowled by Justin Brook. The Aussies have taken 5 for 8 in the last 23 deliveries to leave the Kiwis stunned. So to be Blake Lambert, the man from Hawke's Bay, to make his way to the crease at number 9 for the Kiwis. 15 minutes ago he probably thought he wasn't going to be required with his side cruising, but he certainly is now. 25 required off 13 deliveries, as Brook will bowl around the wicket now to Lambert, who has a big swing. There's another massive penalty he's been given. It's 2 in 2 balls for Brook, who picks up his 3rd wicket of the match, and the Aussies now stand on the cusp of a remarkable victory, as the Kiwis have lost 6 for 8. So it'll all hinge on the skipper Viggo Rasmussen, who comes to the crease the last man in for the Kiwis. His side required 25 runs off these last 12 deliveries, with just 1 wicket in hand. So it'll be George Paneros who will bowl the penultimate over of the innings, as is in now to Rasmussen. This is a back of a length delivery, and Rasmussen drops it on the offside and will move through for a single. Now that's a win as far as the Aussies are concerned. Anything short of a boundary is a win here. It's been a dramatic collapse from the visitors in the past 20 minutes or so, which has put the weight of an entire nation on the skipper's shoulders. So it'll be Paneros to continue again to Rasmussen. He hits this airily. Oh, it's gone over Paneros, who gets a hand on it but pushes it for 6. So that will help the men in black. Rasmussen will not die without a fight, as it's 18 off 10. Paneros to continue to Rasmussen in the 19th over, as is in now. This is another back of a length delivery, and Rasmussen drops this on the offside and will move through for a single, and that would have been a tight finish there. Yeah, I think he might have just been in. Yeah, he was home. 17 off 8 required now, as Paneros is in again to Rasmussen. This one's a back of a length delivery. It's hit towards Paneros, who can't take the catch, and furthermore it's run past him for a boundary. Was that the moment there for the Aussies? 13 required off 7. Paneros in for the final ball of the over, as he's in now to Rasmussen. It's a full ball on his legs, and he hits this onto the fence for a single, and it'll be 12 to get off the final over. So it'll be big Daniel Arnold who will be charged with the responsibilities of this final over. 12 to get for the Kiwis, as he's in now to Rasmussen. It's a good length delivery, and he hits it early, and he hits it straight to the Aussie skipper, who takes the catch, and the Aussies have pulled off a dramatic victory in this second limited overs international. Daniel Arnold, the final over hero for the Aussies, as they move within 1 win of a series victory. So in an absolute cracking second limited overs international of the series, the Aussies have pulled off a miraculous victory when all looked lost, getting home by 11 runs in a thriller, taking the final 7 Kiwi wickets for just 21 runs, with Justin Brook, the pick of the Aussie bowlers, taking 3 for 5 off his 2 overs, with the Kiwis left to kick themselves and wonder how on earth they let that one slip. So it's now 10 plays 4 in the 2019 TRANS-TASMAN Backyard Cricket Series, which means the Aussies are just 1 win away from wrapping up this year's series. The Kiwis will now have to win all 3 remaining 5-over internationals to lift the trophy. However, this is their preferred format, so they're still well and truly alive. So as we look forward to the business end of the tournament, up next is the first 5-over international, all matches worth 5 points each, with the Kiwis looking to keep the series alive. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of day 2 so far of the series, and we hope you'll join us next.